بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أجنها هراك وسكدل أحمد يوسفي مدعاها باي محمد
That's the voice of Sultan Abdul Haisama, the Sultan of Garifo, speaking.
كل سنة قد سيني قحسا إني كي أفرم مثلا أوكلكو سنتا ماكي أما درجة نلي هنجلا ننوى نلي ولا كفر يوا نفس التفاصيل تنجي كنيس بساي نين اللي وخلي سايتيروني إني كي أمودر عفرها كل سنة قد سيني قحسا.
Gaddagay. So Sultan is saying on behalf of the Afar nation, on behalf of people who are in this conference hall, I want to thank you for all the hard work you've been doing all of these years. We've met you personally. When you came to visit us in Samaran many years, including this year, we are grateful for the work. Without you, we have no voice, and what you have done internationally have not been done in the past. This is a man, his grandson is a grandson of the first Sultan who actually fought colonizing forces by Italian forces. In fact, his grandfather was kidnapped by Italians. Until today, his body has not been found. So this is a personal sacrifice that his parents have done, defending the territory that's now called Eritrea. This of course happened prior to the formation of the modern states that we live in today, Ethiopia, Djibouti, and Eritrea. So he's grateful for your hard work, and he's saying thank you on behalf of the Afar people. If you want to say a word, all of you can open your mic and I can relay that to him as well. They can hear you anyways.
I do want to say a word of thanks and appreciation for that. It is true that we have worked together for many years, and 15 years to be exact, and we have made amazing progress. I appreciate your kind words for the work that we have done, but this is a shared enterprise, and without the intelligence, the hard work, the dedication, and frankly, the respect that the Sultan and traditional leaders command from the Afar people, this progress would not have been possible. So we're at this inflection point that my colleagues on the panel have recognized, and we're not stopping or resting on this point. We have an agenda, we have some ideas, and we are going to press forward on them. And change is coming to Eritrea. Everybody is aware of it. We don't know, we can't tell you the day of the week, but we know it's soon. And we can't tell you exactly how it's going to come about, but we do know something about how transitions happen. And we're preparing ourselves and working with you to make the best effort that we can to make this a peaceful and democratic transition that enhances the progress of humanity in this region of the world. So I thank you so much for your friendship, for your trust, and for your hard work on this common endeavor. Thanks so much, Gattagay.
Gattagay, thank you so much. Mad'aba, they can hear you. Mad'aba, balu'a keni tuturimek معك كويتي كانوا أبدوده. مكلني تابيتن توبكوك. Okay, ويسا قدق يا مدعابا أي أسيني كارعوك سجمي نماك طبعا كي كون سنة تهيت اللي تاقح لو تيت اللي هنا النو سلطان عبدو كومي راح إنه كي كو جهدك إكي العكيه هي ننو أبناهنا نمدقوموي إسن عفر متسين التكيه تنين كي سين تكيه ينباتلتي كوسيتكا sinnummatta gaabos haytenihi axaagidatneh kooshitai nelleh gabaddasegelayyanama dubuku nitama hinnaya isinabtenihtanin taamaaki isinabtenihtanin gexlogu dacutittaknannohiya heggilaka gaddageyai eretriala tagyira matelemi racmalihiya kadu aya matehenihan tagyiriti afarummatta isim isigabatelahay tanihtan abinaka taamateddenannoha xarradeabaqsugnehnanihnan nuktubehnanihnan warakityani toxaagidala guddusnehnanikkeeki bisohittalehennamu dagana sinexullaahiya gaddagay. Thank you very much. If any of you have any comment to add to Professor Magnets, we can share it with the audience as well. Warren, Babakir, any one of you, I'll be happy to translate to them. Wonderful.
Well, I'll just add, in the 13 trips I've made into the Afar region of Ethiopia, many of those trips have taken me right up to the border with Eritrea. And I've seen the poverty. I've seen the fear of conflict. I've seen the militarization on the Ethiopian side of the border. And it seems like there is a constant state of war readiness. It's very unsettling. I've spoken to Afar troops in their bases along that border. And I've seen and heard about the forcible recruitment by Eritrea of unwilling soldiers, forcible recruitment that's resulted in unlimited national service, to the point where these conscripts disappear from their villages, from their families, and are never heard of, at times ever again. And it's that forcible conscription by, let's talk about the Afar, that is a violation of one of the significant human rights the world over knows. And that is, you cannot force people to pick up arms against, in this case, what we heard from Professor Magnet, a foreign government, Ethiopia, who is more or less protective of the Afar, and to fight against their people right across the border with shoot-to-kill orders for those trying to escape it. The world doesn't know enough about this. And it's conferences like this and the panelists and those gathered in Samara right now who live and breathe this all the time, who have relatives. I know in that room in Samara, there are people there who have some freedom, but all too often their relatives have lost their freedoms, have lost their lives. And that's why they're motivated to be present, to stand up, to speak out, to attend a conference like this and many others, so that they can hopefully in their lifetime see the change that's so deserved. And I want to give credit for them for doing that. It's dangerous. It's difficult. It comes at great personal inconvenience and cost. But they're doing it. And we are honored to be part of the journey to give them the voice. But we can't do it without them. As Professor Joseph Magnet said, they trust us. They want us. We've got a few ideas for them to consider. And perhaps in what remains of today, because I know it's getting late there, and I respect, the fatigue that they are all suffering from right now. They've been in this conference for
this morning at 8 hours.
10 hours or something like this.
Yeah.
You know, I go to conferences, I can barely stay awake after 5 hours. These people are dedicated, they're patient. But what we're here today to say, and what Samaya said, is the time for patience is over. The time for action is now. She had some great ideas about how the world over Indigenous peoples' rights have been oppressed. And the Afar are just part of a pattern the world over. And Canada here, we're in a period of, thankfully, a period of recognition, a period of autonomy, a period of reconciliation, with many recommendations on how to achieve that. This is far from the reality of the Afar people in that part. But we, in our lifetime, have to dedicate ourselves to the actions, some of which have been recommended today. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brother Wadi. I appreciate those kind words and wisdom and your true hard work in leading this cause for the Afar people. I want to give the mic to Professor John Packer, so you can say a couple of words.
Thank you very much. I just want to use the opportunity, if you allow, to leave the participants with two principal thoughts. The first is that the alternative of war, of the engagement in the kind of pursuit of settling a dispute through arms, may seem attractive, may even seem necessary for some at certain points. The cost is absolutely enormous, and no one should have any illusion about it. I would say the costs are rising because in many situations, the cost may be annihilation. And I should say in this regard that it's well known that war is the opposite of human rights. It's the absence of human rights. And today we see so many conflicts, including in your region, where even basic norms of humanitarianism are not respected at all. So I just wish to underline that when those who hold responsibility consider options, war is enormously costly beyond what you can probably imagine. The second thing I want to say is I want to come back to one remark that Ron Creatus mentioned, which is that the solutions here are not zero sum. That is to say, they are not either or. There is a tendency to think that either we have the power or someone else has the power. And here I want to disagree with Samaya, who had a great presentation. But she said at one point that consultation does not equal power. That is not true. Power is an elastic idea. You may have more or less power. Having voice is a form of power. Having witness is a form of power. And many decisions and many authorities are not all or nothing. That is just not true. Even constitutionally, we have shared authorities. So having degrees of voice, having systems, for example, I'll give you two examples. One from your region or nearby in Yemen. Someone mentioned Yemen. I was the legal advisor to the UN Special Envoy in Yemen for 2 years. I can tell you in detail a lot about that situation. And I'll give you another example from Finland, a completely different place, where a very, very small group called the Sami, who are less than 10,000 people, have a very substantial voice in their affairs. It's known as a suspensive veto on subjects that affect them very directly, very intimately. They have a power, actually known as a power, by which they can block a decision of the state for a period of time. Not absolutely, not in full control, but in that period of time, there is a mandated negotiation, an investigation, a consultation through which the Sami have a very substantial voice, both a process of negotiation and a public review. And that is not control, but very strong voice, consultative power. But in Yemen, let me refer to two things in Yemen that may resonate with the Afar community. Two things in dispute right now still in Yemen regard water and oil, or oil and natural gas, hydrocarbons. The first, I'll mention water. And I have asked this of the Southern Transitional Council who seek to separate. I asked them, what is the solution that separation provides them with regard to the shortage of water in southern Yemen? And the answer is no solution. There is no solution that separatism provides for the shortage of water in Yemen. The viaducts run geographically north-south. They will, even as a separate state, immediately have to negotiate with their neighbors over a natural fact of the shortage and depletion of water that is geographically dispersed. They will have to share it. I thought it was interesting that Samaya's presentation included a visual of water, a river. A river traverses space and can be shared. The most well-known, oldest ongoing international organization in the world is the International Commission for the Regulation of the Rhine River, established in the middle of the 19th century. And it regulates water that goes through from its source to the mouth through millions and millions of people, used for all sorts of purposes. It must be negotiated. There is no independent sovereignty with regard to the water. And in regard to oil, I have discussed this with various actors in Yemen, and they tended to have exactly positions of either we own it or someone else owns it, a zero-sum calculation. But that is a complete misunderstanding of how the natural resource actually is used beneficially to different persons. You cannot drink oil. You cannot use it to clothe yourself. What the actors are interested in are the benefits of the natural resource. And the natural resource, for example, can be divided and shared lots of ways. For example, you may not own the oil, but you may have rights to confer concessions or developmental requirements such as jobs, or, for example, the way environmental rules around the exploitation of the oil. You can also tax the benefits in different ways. You can share them, you can separate them over time. There's lots of different ways you can address the oil other than we own it or they own it. So I want to just leave this with you because I think it's absolutely crucial to understand that these are largely and often, typically, not zero-sum calculations. They are questions about how we live together in different ways and degrees. And I underline again, it's vital for the Afar authorities or leaders to be very clear, crystal clear, what are your interests and priorities, and then to establish a strategy over time, including allies. And I won't go further, but let me say, I can imagine immediately various allies you may have that might surprise you, who share interests in your situation. These need to be examined and relationships established. Thank you for allowing my additional comment.
Thank you very much, Professor Parker. That's very valuable advice. I was told they're clapping back there. So no question, the war is not option. The conflict is costly, and none of our people on the ground want that to happen. I was told, if anyone, Professor Babakir, if you have anything to add or any advice for our people on the ground, that'd be great. Shortly, because they do have a presentation, some things prepared.
Very short. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Very short. Just like I would like to say that the struggle continues for their cause, and myself and the mandate is at their disposal. They have to exploit this mandate for the cost to be raised at different levels at the UN, the Human Rights Council. I know that reports are read widely by states, and any information, any support for the Afar, please, to be practical, reach out to me, Ahmed. I know you. Also, Professor Warren and Joseph Magnet. It is my real pleasure to work with the Afar communities. Consider me as part of your neighbor. I'm from the region. I'm not like far away from Canada.
For sure.
So please, if there is an opportunity to, I really hope that to be on the ground and at the university. And I really hope that the opportunity will allow this next time. And just would like to emphasize there are different ways. I started this mandate as a monitoring mandate, but actually I ended up doing a lot of advocacy. So it is like a lot of advocacy work you can do in terms of influencing, in terms of talking to people, talking to embassies, to civil society, empowerment. There is a lot of legal tools that could be used. Not only my mandate, there is also a special rapporteur, particularly dedicated to indigenous people. There is also committees, conventions. This also could be used smartly in order to advocate for the rights. Another emphasized earlier, this is very timely that the Afar communities really need to strategize and need to have their own institutions in order to advocate for their own rights in a very volatile situation. And I hope that I'm sure that this will be done. There's a lot of issues to be discussed. And please, anytime I will be at your disposal. I thank you so much for your patience, because as you said, people are here for at least the last 8 hours. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much. And we're gonna let them go. Thank you. They're clapping on the ground there. Abdullah, please go ahead. I think someone, Sultan, wants to say a couple of words to Professor Babakir as well, I think. Abdullah, go ahead.
Ahmad,
We can hear you, Sultan.
Still on the conference. Maybe tomorrow. Sorry about that. Thank you.
حلو كيلو إسنتي يا بلي بعد أي سكارة عام سببها معه أبارون كهنا يوبني السرقة السرما نه يوكا تدرس محمد أبكر.
Wonderful news, Professor Babakir. You just heard the Sultan is officially inviting you to meet the Afar people in person and to investigate their causes and what happened to them. He said, all of us are grateful that you can come here anytime. Please come and visit us. So we were just thinking about it and just happened. So the invitation is forwarded by the Sultan of Afar, which is great. Great news. Appreciate that. Okay, tawa hawakin hay. Ganda kaya. Okay, they have some appreciation presented by the Sultan to each one of our presenters. It's Afar tradition. As leaders, you are Afar leaders. All of you are considered brothers, and they have something prepared. I'm not too sure what it is. They want to share that live with all of us. So, Abdullah or Ali, can you explain what is what you're presenting? Professor Joseph Magnetic Ambisa. Mad'aba. نبم معي و أحوا أنا فك هاي تينك معي بلينك كده هي وتيكتينك هاي. So on behalf of the Horn of Africa Policy Center and on behalf of Sultan Abdu Haisama and Afar nation everywhere, I am presenting this to Professor Joseph Magnet. He's saying. Gaddagi. So I told them to open it at least everyone can see it. It was nicely wrapped. So if you can just open one, you don't have to open everything. Wonderful. Anna kamerat okay, it looks like it's a t-shirt. Okay, then Afar traditional clothes, and what's the other one? Scarf. Ahmado gabat li totianay bulian. Wonderful.
Fota.
Oh, fillal hayten saro fillal hayten saro bulian. Nagay. Billi saro.
Scarf.
Afar gile. And the Afar traditional gile, of course.
Oh, gile too. Wow.
Gile is
wow.
But Abba, your mic is muted. You're muted, Professor Magnet. Unmute yourself. Okay. Higilaka tahin mo huli sa hay.
Higilak tahin. Shifa. Higilak tahin. Higilak tahin Professor
Professor John Parker has also been awarded. Thank you very much. Wonderful.
Oh,
thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, keep going. Next. Wade. I can hear you. Iya. Hey, Gulli, Sumaya, Sister Sumaya Salan.
Oh.
Thank you so much. That's for Sumaya. Okay. Aki, warang galap madagan itong bus. Warren greets. We haven't seen the gifts. I know they mentioned the names, but thank you so much. There you go. Thank you, Sultan. Thank you, Sultan Abdul. Wonderful. Gaddagaya. So I think we worked them so hard this morning. They've been there for over 10 hours. So we're gonna let them go. We have a Q&A for us here in the Zoom, but I think we should let them go. It's late night over there. Gaddagay, Sultan. Gaddagay.
That's for Ahmed Yusuf.
Oh,
There we go.
okay. I didn't
There
hear
we
my
go.
name, but it's okay. It's accepted. Gaddagay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Abdullah, Ali, Ustaz Shifa, Inki Gaddagay, Muhammad Balu'a, Sultan Abdu. Gaddagay. Nanu Esroke Gahsan Naraka Minno. Gaddagay, Sultan. Gaddagay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. The people you see here are committed on your behalf, on your Sultan ya video beliau ina Mr. Batane warisa. Gaddagay ya bak suktamiyay. يا بكس مقع ما بكرها عني. These are Afar traditional leaders. Huh? Okay. Abito, this is another Afar traditional leader. Abito Muhammad is saying thank you. I am seconding what Sultan have already told you. We are grateful for your contribution, and I think they're lined up, and everyone wants to say thank you. Migane warisa.
Ahmed, if you
I want to thank you 1,000 times for all the hard work you're doing. He's saying.
Yeah, I just have one comment, Ahmed, that you could
Yes.
ask of them. If the traditional elders, leaders, and sultans could organize themselves in front of the poster with the gifts they've just given us.
Oh,
get a group,
wonderful.
Get a group photograph. They don't have to do it now. Get a group photograph, send it to you, and you share it with us.
Wonderful. I think that's a great idea.
I will post it on my website and on LinkedIn and elsewhere to give them the respect, the honor that they deserve for their sacrifice.
Sultan Abdu, I think that makes a great sense. Somebody's talking, but I don't know who it is. He's thanking you again. Sultano, ama mashayikh ke inke afar saultiki wo taswir poster اللي يعني هنيك قال لنا قاعد ما حواي سنا ما انتعيني هي inke gabak inke gamilne haisa ya taswir الفوتو wo
holding their many gifts. I want to see them holding the many gifts.
Yes. I just asked for that.
There's like World Cup trophies they're giving us.
Yeah,
we want that picture.
Absolutely. So, Tabe, Sheikh Abdullah. Inki kura. Barakallah fikum. Inki kura. Okay, we want everyone to go join the picture as Warren suggested.
Beautiful. Holding up all those gifts.
Take a nice pictures, Abdullah.
There they go.
I wish we could all be on the ground with them.
Me, very well. This is the closest we can get with them.
That's right.
That's photograph. Right. I'll cherish it.
I'll cherish it, and we will be there, inshallah, soon, very soon. Inki. Ali Ukora Taswir Shifa, Ustaz Shifa. Please join the picture. Muhammad Balua, There you go. It's full house. You got all the
Very nice. traditional
leaders in the Afar state. No one's
Wonderful.
left.
Wonderful. That's the
It's
beautiful
great.
thing.
Okay. Ali, we need a really nice camera to take the picture. Okay, there you go. Wonderful. Oh, they're bringing more people. That's great. Or some people may not be very happy with you. They will try to leave the conference after all day.
That's okay. That's okay. Those that have time and
That's
look
great.
at how many. Look at this.
Wow.
That's the
Amazing.
one right there.
Amazing.
Oh my goodness.
That's
I
great.
admire them greatly.
That's amazing. Very nice.
Hold up the trophies. Hold up the giles.
Yeah.
The photos, the t-shirts, everything.
That's right. Oh, wow. I love this. This is great.
Impressive.
That's why I like you with it, because you always remind us about these pictures. No more after all this conference, no one remembers to take pictures.
Well, this is history.
This is amazing. Thank you. Thank you for that.
This is a piece of your history. Needs to be documented.
That's right. That's great. It's an honor, Professor Parker. It's an honor for us as well that you joined, this wonderful event and discussion. And this is, the struggle must continue. This is not, this is just the beginning, and we will continue to work together, and, until one day everybody have their rights respected, in not only in Eritrea, but everywhere. So we're really grateful that you could take time to join us.
Beautiful. Beautiful. It's worth every minute.
That's amazing.
It's worth every minute. It means so much.
That's Afar traditional leaders from almost 35 Waredas. Everyone is included there. So,
I was going to ask
the refugee population, leaders in the refugee from Eritrean refugees are there. Professor Babakir, when we visit them, we want to go to the refugee camps. This is where you get the first-hand, stories of what is happening to them. Here you have some of the Afar fishermen that were, displaced from their fishing boats in coastal areas. You have mix of, you have women and children. Everyone is there. So this is the right place for you to be, and we are really grateful that in next one we will go in person, inshallah.